Hey there, team, and happy Thursday. Happy first official day of the Beachbody Business Week of 2018. So, if you're wondering, like, what do you mean first day of the business week? So, technically, our business kind of shuts down, closes on Wednesday nights, and Thursday mornings are when we get paid. It's when rank advancements happen, all that good stuff. So, we don't work on Monday through Sunday work week. We actually are a Thursday through Wednesday, is how our back office cycles. So with that, I'm doing this video for like the 900th time. I swear my internet is really making me out to look like a bad leader. I tried to go live twice yesterday, once this morning. My internet connection is not letting me go live in the groups. I don't know if it's my new phone. And then also I tried to pre-record and it was still loading this morning. And yesterday when I did it, it was at 3:41 when it tried to load and it still did not go through. So I'm hoping that this video is gonna go through. I decided, shoot, since that one didn't go through, let me go ahead and just redo it anyway. So with that, I wanted to share with you my vision board, mainly because obviously I've got the vision board workshop online that I'm hoping that you will all participate in. It's a 5-day workshop, completely free. Basically what I do is I help teach you how to not only put together a vision board, but give you actionable steps in order for you to make those goals come to fruition. I know I've made a vision board pretty much every year since becoming a Beachbody coach, and this is the first time I've actually put down on paper the different steps that I need to take in order to reach that goal. And so I teach that to you guys in my workshop. Now, the vision board that I put together the other day, it's kind of, I had to work around a little backwards because I'm using it for a training I'm doing this Saturday at Super Saturday. And obviously I can't take all 5 days and do a 5-day training in a 30-minute session. So I had to kind of go against my own rules when I put together the board, but I knew what I was doing in my mind. But for you guys and for your vision board's sake, I really hope that you'll follow step by step the workshop, because if you follow the steps and don't jump ahead and don't assume that you know what's coming next, that's when this is all gonna really come to life and make your goals happen. So speaking of, the reason also why I wanted to share my goals with you is because some of these pertain to the success that you're gonna have this year in 2018. And as a leader, I've not really done a good job every year at vocalizing my goals, only because I don't want people to think that, I only want you guys to be successful so that I'll be successful. That's been something that I struggle with a lot. I want success for everybody, and obviously I want success for myself. And a lot of times I think, oh, I could just do this by myself. But this is network marketing business. Our success is built upon the success of other people. So how cool is that? That, the more successful you are, then the more successful I am, and the more successful that your team is, etc. So without wasting too much time, because I've got a lot of info on this board, I wanted to tell you guys kind of what I did. So in the workshop, I teach you not only how to figure out what you want to put on your board, but the order that they go in, depending on, like I said, what's easiest to obtain. So the very first goal I put on my board isn't going to be something that's going to take me 5 years to accomplish. It's going to be something that I could probably get done in like the first 30 days. So this is my first area section. When I put together my board, I'm someone like my brain operates just from left to right. You might be more abstract and you read in a circular formation, whatever. So as you go through the workshop, I actually tell you guys that, how you construct your board is all up to you. You don't have to go from one corner to the other and then do rows like I did. It might be just a complete hot mess that doesn't make sense to anyone else but you, and that's okay because it's your board. And whatever's going to motivate you and keep you on track with those goals, that's what I want you to do. So what I did is I put together a list of, my top 9 goals. I had 9 different categories that I teach you guys, everywhere from wealth and travel and family and community and relationships and career and all that stuff. So again, I'm not going to go through all that on this video. My number 1 goal that I want to accomplish in the first 30 days, which I'll be doing in the next couple weeks, is building a stronger relationship with my husband. Now, not that that's gonna all happen in 2 weeks, but in the next 2 weeks, my plan is to pull out my calendar for all 12 months this year, pick one weekend a month, whether it's just a day date, an evening date, an overnight trip, whatever it is that we're gonna do, and put that on the calendar. Now, you're probably wondering, okay, well, you could, that's easy. You could do that in like 10 minutes, just pick a weekend. Well, it's not so easy because like I said, in the workshop, I teach you all the steps to help you reverse engineer that goal. So you put yourself in that present tense of, this is where I am right now. My husband and I, our marriage is stronger. We have more trust. We have more respect. We're more loving. We have open communication. Well, how do I get from this future self to where, starting off where I am now? So you have to kind of reverse all those steps. So for example, some of the steps that I started working on is I need to secure a babysitter for my kids. Like if we're gonna go out on a date, someone's gotta watch our kids, right? If it's overnight, then it has to be someone that our kids can stay at overnight, typically grandma. Also, if it's overnight, then we need someone to man down on the house. We have, goats and chickens and dogs and cats and, everything else that comes with a farm. So it's not just so easy for us to get up and go. And that's what happens a lot of times when we set goals for ourselves. We set those goals and we put down what we want to accomplish or to create in life, but we don't give us the realistic steps of what it takes to get there. So in the past, if you've ever put down, have a better connection with my spouse on your vision board, yet you didn't line up a babysitter or you didn't research, if that special restaurant had reservations that night, then typically what happens is you have to cancel those plans. You can't call someone 2 days prior and expect them to watch your kids overnight. Or if it is a restaurant that, it's a 6-month waiting list, you can't call the morning of and say, hey, can we come in? So either you need to change your plans or they get, totally kiboshed. And that's a lot of times when we start to feel like failures with our goals because we just didn't set ourselves up properly. So then we tell ourselves, oh, I couldn't reach this goal. I failed at that, which means I'm pretty much going to fail at all the rest of my goals. We don't start believing in ourselves. And that's a huge reason why I want you guys, no matter where on your board you're going to put your number one spot, like mine here, I want it to be one that, again, you can accomplish sooner than later. Because how does your brain work? We like to be rewarded. We like to accomplish things. And so when we complete something, it gives us that endorphins and we crave more greatness, we crave more success. So it builds us up to working on those bigger things. Now, if I would have put in this number one spot, my goal that I have down here, which is my kind of hardest to achieve goal, and I didn't reach that, I would have been working all year to try to get that and then felt like a failure if I didn't, and all these other things wouldn't have happened. So what I did is I put in order kind of the sequence of when I can achieve these. So just focusing on here and kind of explaining, I'm not going to explain every single one, or maybe I will, build a stronger relationship. You'll notice I have a lot of stickers and, puffy letters and stuff on my board. Again, there's no right or wrong way. In my workshop, I do teach, magazine cutouts and graphics and stuff like that. But I have a ton of scrapbooking materials. I used to be a scrapbooking nutso years ago. So I've literally had some of these stickers and cutouts for 15 years. I'm not kidding, probably 15 years. And I thought, gosh, I really need to just use this stuff. I'm tired of just, storing it or hauling it around, or I don't plan on moving ever again. But it's just literally moved. I mean, I think some of these stickers have been to LA and back just like I have. So this is actually a card that my husband gave me a couple years ago. We had just got back from a Beachbody trip. He wrote me this nice card, thanks for an amazing trip, so proud of your success, all that. So I took that and I took some of the words from the front of the card and I used it to create my vision board. This has meaning to me. I know sometimes people say, oh, I just want to do, pictures on my phone and create this online vision board. Yeah, that's great. You can go, oh, I want to have a stronger relationship with my husband. And you go out and search, a heart, and then you put a heart in that spot. To me, it could probably serve the same purpose of creating the vision board. But like I said, when I was cutting this out, I was remembering the time when we were on that trip together. I was visualizing already us going on a date every single month and the people that I need to reach out to, in order to make that happen, and all the different places we can go, and researching Sacramento Magazine for the coolest new restaurants or places that we haven't tried. That to me meant more than just finding a picture online that was related to my goal. So moving on, my next goal that I have is, on top of having a monthly date with my husband, I want to have a monthly date with each of my daughters, not just together, but each of them. I don't spend a lot of time with just Dylan or just Dale. Usually if it's, mommy daughters and we go out, we're having ice cream, they're fighting the whole time. I'm constantly like, no, stop touching your sister. And we don't really have a lot of quality bonding time. So on top of, like I said, my monthly dates with my husband, I want to have a monthly date with my daughters and vice versa for Dan. So if I'm taking Dylan out for yogurt and a crafty, event that night or that day, whatever, then that's also the time that Dan's spending some time with Dale, and then we'll flip flop. So 2 nights a month are going to be reserved for kid time, and we'll swap kids, and it'll give us a chance just to bond and learn more about what they're doing in school and the friendships that they have, and just maybe uncover some things that they don't feel maybe comfortable coming to me about when it's the whole family around or whatever that it is. All right, my step 3 is I want to go back to church. So you'll see this. Actually, I just washed it off. Took me 2 days to wash it off. These are actually my prayer hands. I put my hands like this on my vision board when I did this. So this is all about church. This has been something weighing on my heart for a good few years, actually. And I decided 2018, this is the year that's going to happen. So again, there's lots of research that's going to go into this. It's talking to people locally. What churches do they go to? What do they like about it? How's their kid programs? Because it's not just going to be me. It's going to be the whole family. What type of things are they involved in? Do they, do charities? Do they go into other countries and help people? Or, what is that church all about? So that's kind of my step 3. So you'll see these first 3 things I can pretty much accomplish in my first 30 days. It might take me a little bit longer, to find my quote home for church. But again, I already have the action steps needed in order to get that ball rolling. Now, as we move on here into the health category, I feel pretty good. Like, I had surgery last month. I had my breast implants removed and got, no hives. I got full of energy. I 100% just feel like a better person. So I don't feel like I have a huge, health or weight loss goal or anything like that I need to put on my board. It's, I've been there, done that. I've been doing this for a while. So that's the nice thing about creating vision boards is not just to see what you want to create in life, but to also see how far you've come. Like a couple years ago, I might have had lose that 10-pound baby weight, on my board. But right now, this is all just totally materialistic. I'm working on the booty. I'm working on the booty and the abs. So that is my goal for 2018. I figured if I got rid of the top part, I'm really going to need to be focusing on the bottom part of my body. And maybe it sounds silly to you, but it's my vision board. And like I said, when I was creating this, I had so much fun. When I found this bee, it was just like this big fat bee. I was like, that just looks like a plump booty for booty, right? So I had just such a great time. It took me a couple of hours. I'm not kidding, hours to do this board, but there's so much meaning into it. Like as I was, gluing things on here, I was already visualizing what my booty was going to look like and having those abs back that I just had, a year and a half ago. So moving on along. So I know we already mentioned, I mentioned my husband and my kids, but part of my big goal too is family travel. Last year we were very fortunate. We got to take our daughter on 2 trips. We went to Mexico and Hawaii, in addition to the Beachbody trip that my husband and I went on, and all the little camping trips and just little weekend getaways and stuff that we do. But we had such a great time as a family last year, and we know that we're not taking the kids on the Beachbody trip this year with us. So we are going to start planning another family trip together. And again, I want to teach you all the different things that you need to do in order to make this happen. A lot of people put, family trips on their vision boards, and they're not able to make it happen, whether it's financial or they didn't do the research for what's all involved for making their dream trip come to life. Okay, moving on along, and here we're getting into more of the harder things to accomplish. So I have a program that I am in process of developing called Entre Experience, and it is going to be kind of an academy. I don't want to call it a workshop. It's going to be an academy that people will pay for. I'm still working out all those details, but essentially it is designed to help new people in the network marketing space. I've been doing Beachbody for 6.5 years. I've been involved in multi-level marketing for 20 years. Between Party Light and my little dibble in Tupperware, and then, now my longevity with Beachbody, I've just seen a lot of turnover. I've seen a lot of reasons why people are not successful in this business. So I started putting together a program to help people understand the experience of being an entrepreneur. Because just like with prepping your meals, the better prepared you are, the more successful you're going to be. You know, scheduling your workouts, having it right on your calendar. So knowing what expectations there are for being a network marketer and being your own boss, knowing the challenges that you're going to have to face, knowing the backlash that you're going to get from your family and your friends that you thought were all going to support you. Like, people shy away and quit so soon into their business, or too soon, I should say, because they're not mentally ready for what's all involved in becoming an entrepreneur. So I'm putting together a program to hopefully help boost the retention. And it's for all entrepreneurs, whether you're a Beachbody coach, you do Younique, Rodan and Fields, like, it's open to anyone in the multi-level marketing space. So that's something I'm really excited about for this year. All right, so here's where you guys actually come in as well, which I'll be doing a lot of testing with you here, and you're gonna get a lot of free insight to this program since you're part of my team. But really, what another big goal that I have is my Beachbody goal. So I set a goal. I want to be a 7-star this year. So you'll see the 7 stars wrapped around where it says it takes teamwork, because you can't become, a multi-star diamond coach without the coaches on your team having success as well. So I am almost back to the 3-star rank. Come on, Chelsea. And I've got some spots open for those of you that are pushing your goals for 2018 to become a diamond or above coach. I know I've got some coaches that are pushing for elite. I've got coaches that are pushing, quite a bit of coaches that are pushing for 2-star this year. So whatever your goal is, please reach out and let me help you, because helping you also in turn helps me reach my goals. And you'll see each of these areas of focus I have, they're outlined in a different color, and there's reason and purpose behind that, and I actually go through all that in the workshop. There is specifically a reason why this particular category is focused in red. There's a reason why this is pink and this is white. I had to outline it with a tan color because I didn't think anyone would get the white, but you get what I mean. Okay, so second to last here, this is another business related goal. These are the 15 the 15 personal development books that I want to read. Now again, I had a bunch of stickers I was trying to get rid of, so it's not like I'm trying to read a book about being cool or angels or friends or anything like that. They just look like little books to me, so that's why I stuck them on the board. But I have a goal of 15 personal development books. When I first started writing down my goals, I had 12. I thought, I could read one book a month per year. And then I got to really thinking, I thought, you know what, I need to challenge myself. I have not been really good at personal development. I get started heavy on a book, and then as soon as I finish, it's like I just forget that I have to do personal development. And then a couple months go by, and then I start another book. So I know that if I stay consistent with my reading, I could easily knock out 15 personal development books. So that's going to be big on my goal. All right. So my big, scary, hairy end of year goal, the one that I put in the last spot, because ideally it's going to take me all 12 months, maybe, to get there. Well, it'd be nice if it didn't. But my goal is, it's an income goal. You know, I have my rank goal, I've got my personal goals, I've got my health goals. Yeah, I'm going to talk about money. I'm a businesswoman and I lack money, you know? So my end of year 2018 income goal is earning $15,000 per month. So, you know, I need to reverse engineer those steps. I need to see how many people do I need to, help advance and rank in their business? How many months do I have to reach Success Club? How many challenge packs do I need to sell? How many people do I need to help in order to reach this goal? Because I've set income goals for myself before, and I just literally just wrote them down on a piece of paper, crossed my fingers, closed my eyes, and guess what? It didn't happen. So this year, we're making some things happen, you guys. All right, so there is my vision board. And like I said, I really hope that you guys take some time to go through the online workshop. It is a 5-day workshop, but it's all email based. So you get access to each of the 5 days, one day at a time. If you are like me, I would enter your email so that you get access to all 5 days, and then wait around for the 5 days and sit down and do it all at once. You could do it day by day, but for me, I get anxious and I want to know the next steps, and there's no way for me to give you that next day ahead of time or early or anything like that. So I've had a couple people go through it, each day, and then they get stuck on day 3 and then they go back to it next week, or whatever, or they just wait for the access to all 5 days and then they take a whole weekend, kind of what I did the other day, and I just knocked it all out at once. Now, there's a lot that goes into your vision board before you even create your vision board. In my workshop, you don't even get to any of this until like the last part of day 5. There's so much mental stuff that goes in to days 1 through 4. It's crazy. I mean, I have you write down, just a lot about feelings and who else this would help, aside from you. And actually, I'll let you know. And this video is going a little bit long, but I wanted to give you an example so that you guys get the most out of your vision board. So one of the first 3 things that I have you do when you start creating your vision, before you start gluing or anything, you've got, your different cutouts, and, they're all kind of in piles, and you're thinking about things. So if this was one that you had for your relationship goal, like mine, improving your relationship with your husband, there's 3 questions. So the first one is like, how would you feel? Like, in detail, how would you feel when you accomplish this goal? So last night I sat down and I just wrote out just how I feel and just how much love we have and that open communication, and just how healthier that our relationship is at the end of the year because we were able to go on all these dates. And not that it's just an evening date where we're going out to dinner. It's doing fun stuff during the day, just doing adventurous stuff, doing things that we normally wouldn't do, because that's what life's about, is trying new things. So the second part of the questions is, who else would benefit from this? Because creating your dream life doesn't just affect you, it affects all those around you. And when you start to think about, oh, maybe that goal's not important, I don't know if I can reach that goal, you get halfway through the year and you're starting to doubt yourself, and you go back to these questions and you read that this isn't just affecting you, it's affecting your husband, it's affecting your kids, and the way that your kids look at their parents and they see a family that's been through challenges that has allowed love to overcome those challenges, and they just have a mom and dad that just trust and respect each other, and there's open communication and all that stuff. That's going to make it a lot harder for me to give up on that goal. That's going to motivate me to keep going. It's going to be serve as a reminder of why this was important and why I put it on the goal at that time. And the third set of questions is, what are the first 3 steps that you need to do in order to accomplish this goal? So again, you write out all those questions and answer all those questions before you even do any type of gluing on your vision board. Then once your vision board is complete on day 5, then I give you the magic. I give you my 5-step process for you guys to make all this come to life. But again, there's so much involved in this workshop. I don't want to give away too much to you guys, but I did want to share with you my vision, because as a leader, I think it's important to communicate to you guys what's important to me, even the relationship stuff. But I don't want to just leave you in the dark and with what is going on with me, because I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear, what does your vision board, or I want to see, what does your vision board look like? I want to hear what your goals are. Why is it important to you? How are you going to feel when you reach these goals? I mean, if you are, you have an income goal of earning $2,000 a week or $5,000 a month, or whatever that it is, how is that going to change your family, you guys? That's huge, right? And when you really start to feel and almost taste the success of already obtaining that goal, you don't even look back. You're just focused on moving forward and going after it. Even though it was a silly $1 board from a dollar store, this has so much value and meaning to me that it's crazy. So with that, you guys, I wanted to share it with you and just be, open and communicative. If you've gone through my vision board training, I'd love to see what you've have created as well. If not, take some time. Again, I'll post the link. I know, Jill, I'm sorry, you asked me the other day. I'll post the link to the workshop. If you're going to Super Saturday in the Sacramento area this weekend, there's a little bit of homework for you guys. So we're actually going to be working on just one part, not relationship. That's me. I mean, it might be yours too, but we're just going to be working on one area this weekend, because we can't do this whole entire thing in a 30-minute workshop. So I hope you guys have a good Thursday, and we'll talk to you later.